Deep in the rainforest, one man takes on an impossible challenge, turning a steep, jagged waterfall into a thriving off-grid homestead. Watch him bend the forces of nature to his will. He creates his own fish farms and channels the rushing water into a gravity-fed plumbing system. He harnesses the river's power to generate his own electricity and locks a wooden bridge together without a single nail. He doesn't just survive, he builds an ecosystem, raising flocks of animals, harvesting his own crops, and trading at the market to fund his ultimate goal, a massive two-story home built entirely by hand. From raw wilderness to a self-sustaining masterpiece. One man, 10 months. At only 24 years old, Khoi ventures into the mountains of Vietnam in search of the perfect place to build a self-sufficient farm on his own. With no formal training beyond what he learned from his father and the builders in his village, he arrives with nothing more than a few basic tools and the determination to start from nothing. He chooses a spot beside a small waterfall for strategic reasons. The location provides fresh water for drinking and cleaning, as well as a reliable source of fish for food. His first priority is to build a shelter to protect himself from the elements and any potential predators. Using an ancient technique known as fire setting, sustained heat creates stress within the rock, weakening its surface until it can be chipped away and shaped by hand to his needs. By incorporating the natural rock face as part of one of the shelter's walls, he saves labor and valuable construction time. It also provides greater protection from strong winds and harsh weather. Once the shelter is completed, his focus will shift to creating natural pools for raising fish and growing vegetables, products he can trade and sell at local markets. But for now, his priority is simply having a safe place to rest. Because stone is abundant in the area, Khoi chooses it for the house foundation and sets it in an earthen mortar to create a durable base. The foundation is elevated enough to reduce the risk of flooding during the rainy season when the stream rises and runoff flows across the site. The final layer of soil needs to be flat and even to create a stable floor inside the house. Since the task requires more than just his hands, he creates a wooden tamper. This will become a recurring part of his journey, building his own tools and finding practical solutions with the materials available around him. To build the main frame, Khoi relies entirely on traditional joinery instead of metal nails. By carving precise geometric notches and classic mortise and tenon joints, the wooden pieces lock firmly into one another. To maximize his living space, he extends the platform directly over the stream. This added area will be meant for sleeping, while the main section will house the kitchen and living room. For extra stability, he lashes the roof beams to the main frame with bamboo strips, preventing them from shifting in strong winds. Taking care of every detail from the start helps him avoid redoing his work later, leaving more time to expand his farm. His next priority is to seal the roof as soon as possible, protecting the structure from harsh weather conditions and preserving his work so far. He will intentionally leave an opening over the kitchen area where he plans to build a cooking stove, allowing smoke to escape through the roof. Using clay and stones from the riverbank, he shapes the stove inside the shelter. This will become the most essential feature of the cabin, providing warmth through the cold nights and a reliable place to cook every meal. For now, it's only a temporary solution, as he eventually plans to build a separate kitchen across the river. For Khoi, this journey is about more than building a shelter. It is about proving that a sustainable life in harmony with nature is still possible using his own hands and the resources around him. The stove works perfectly, providing a reliable place to cook and warm the shelter. After days of non-stop work, Khoi can finally take a moment to rest, recover his strength, and appreciate the progress he has made. Beyond functionality, he also wants to preserve the beauty of the shelter. He came here to build a long-term home, so he carefully considers its design. These window openings will remain unfinished for now, as he needs to go to town to buy the glass required to seal them. With the closest town a few miles away, he must carefully plan the journey and save his energy. As soon as his basic survival needs are met, he will have a safe, dry base camp to focus on his first step toward complete self-sufficiency. Throughout this week, he has been relying on freshwater snails and other wild foods for sustenance. Now, he has a bigger plan, setting up several traps to catch enough fish to begin developing his fish farm. Using small grubs found along the riverbank as bait, he engineers is to wait. With the door in place,